Sorry, y'all. I was over here getting life. Hey, y'all. Hey. What's up, y'all? I'm still now in undisclosed locations. So I know the video may look a little grainy and grimy. I'm on my laptop webcam, one of my laptop webcams. Let me say hi to y'all. What's going on? Shondo's around the building and in the chat. Hey, Jason. Oh, God. Jason had changed his name to Extra Smoke Dragon. I ain't mad at it. Hey, Jason. Hey, Diamond Pearl Jim. Hey, Tanya Boo. Tanya, you ain't out on the bike today. Hey, Raphael, what's going on? Let me make sure. Hey, Monk Chip Boo. Hey, Patty Duke. Okay, so you'll be in the street soon. Okay. Hey, Abby, my dog, my love, my dog. What is going on, y'all? I said I am gonna make sure that I sneak in a little time to be here with y'all. So we here. We are here, honey. We are here. Chicken, get your chicken here, girl. So child, we got some things to. Hey, MVN, is this a better time for you, MVN? I know it's like 9 something in the morning, but at least it's not like 6, 7 in the morning like normal. So I'm glad that you are here, my love, to catch us live. Cha. Yeah. Anyway, so I I had to I had to go find some palate cleansers real fast because I was getting ready to start my live, and then I was like, because we went to breakfast this morning. That's why I'm late. We went to breakfast this morning. It's good breakfast, real good breakfast. We went to the beach a little later, but so um, I had found my stories or whatnot. Hey, let's start see a boom. And so I was getting ready to go live, and I said, shit, I need palate cleansers. And I had to find some real fast. I don't even know if I have enough. I got some. Whether or not I have enough is another question. But I got some. Just saying. But yeah, we here. We are here. Y'all see I'm not home. People busting in on me. See what I got to deal with? I love my family though. What?
Okay.
See what I got to deal with.
Okay.
See what I see what I got to deal with. People. Anyway, so let me see what I got on my agenda. I'm not on my phone today, so I can actually use my phone. I'm gonna save my sugar spikes for later. So we're gonna start off with some good news, okay? Because we fat over here. So we're gonna start off with the good news that involves food and being fat. Fat. Listen, when I saw this story, I'm just go ahead and start doing the happy dance, okay? Go ahead and get you a good shout at baby. Just go ahead and do this now. Just go ahead.
After this, we gonna be all right. Josh Brown. Hey. Say after this, we gonna be all right. Wait, hold on, and live low.
I'm telling y'all, go ahead and don't wait till the battle is over. Shout now, honey. So here's the story. I'm gonna read the headlines, and you're gonna want to shout when I read the headlines, okay? Here's the headline. Popeyes is selling fried chicken for 59 cents in honor of their 50th anniversary.
Holy Ghost will tell you, don't wait at the church. You can win it. mama say, Jesus. I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. Hey, Monk Chip. Didn't I see Monk Chip in here? Hey, Monk Chip, boo. I don't even think I said, hey, child. Child. Wait, I feel when it 59 cents for the chicken. Let me get this good shout on again. Hold on. We got to get this good shout on again. Hold on, y'all.
After this, you gonna be all right. Josh Brown. Hey. Say after this, we gonna be all right. Wait, hold on, and live long.
Child, I was getting a good shout on that child. Child. Let me read that, little baby boo. Child. Child. I tried to tell you, Abby. Don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing. Got to tell you about that young man. Anyway, so not listen, Diamond Pearl Jim. You go look at some chicken prices right now. Baby, 59 cents sound like damn near free when you talk about prices of chicken right now. Baby, let me read this. As part of the month-long celebration, the chicken restaurant is offering a special deal to have customers celebrating like it's 1972, the year the brand was founded. Starting on the official anniversary day of June 12th, that's tomorrow, y'all. That is tomorrow. Tomorrow. I love you. Tomorrow. Okay. Not tomorrow, but tomorrow. Popeyes is selling a throwback deal for their signature fried chicken that gave the fast food chain its popularity a half century ago. Locations will offer 2 pieces of the popular bone-in chicken for just 59 cents. Baby, you get a 2-piece for wait. Did they say a 2-piece for 59 cents?
Holy Ghost will tell you, don't wait at the church. You can wait at the beach. Jesus. I wish somebody help me.
Baby, they said a 2-piece for 59 cents. Let me read that again. Locations will offer 2 pieces of the popular bone-in chicken for just 59 cents, the same price it sold for back in 1972. Baby, these lines going to be long like it was when they had the chicken sandwich at Popeye. Y'all thought the chicken sandwich line was long? Listen. Listen. Now, there is bad news. It's not all good news. They're gonna make their money on the end now. They got to get something on the back end now. Now they got to get them something on the back end. The deal though comes with a $5 order minimum and only offered via the mobile order on the Popeyes app and Popeyes.com. Customers can snag their throwback orders until June 19th. So it's only going for a week. When the week-long special ends, and the cheap chicken deal is just the beginning. The brand plans to announce more celebrations as the month continues. Earlier this year, Popeyes dropped another limited edition treat for chicken sandwich obsessed fans. In May, the 50-year-old brand released Buffalo Ranch chicken sandwich. It's a Buffalo Ranch chicken sandwich nationwide, elevating their signature hand-battered chicken and brioche bun. Then the new menu item has a spicy twist. The Buffalo Ranch chicken sandwich included a mix of creamy buttermilk ranch and a zesty. Somebody say zesty. Zesty buffalo sauce. Zesty, right in line for Pride Month. Pride Month, we're here for everything zesty. Just saying. But it goes on and on and on. I'm just saying, are y'all going to go get this 59 cent 2-piece? Just saying. You got to go on the app or on Publix. I'm not Publix. Popeyes.com. You know it's gonna be mayhem, Patty Duke, because when the people go down there and the workers be like, "Hey, boo, you can't just order this at the store. You got to go online and on the app." And they're gonna lose their goddamn mind. What the fuck you mean? We got the order. Y'all know these people, especially the ones in the hood. Maybe they're gonna be ready to fight. Child, a damn mess. Not a data grab. Our lawmakers are trash. They are trash. Child. Child. A mess. Child. Listen, y'all better go to the Popeyes in the white neighborhood because I'm telling you, you go to the black neighborhoods, baby, it's going to be sheer and utter pandemonium, chaos, and anarchy. Pandemonium, chaos, and anarchy. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Child. I still ain't tried the sandwich either, Diamond Pearl Jam. I still never had it. It just wasn't that serious for me. It was never that serious. Baby, when they was over there fighting and carrying on, what was that, like 2019 when that came out? I think it was 2019. Baby, they was over there fighting and carrying on. They had a lot going on. I ain't having to do with that. I can't. Baby, I can't. I can't do it, honey. But y'all got it, honey. Baby, the people is gonna be out there fighting because they're gonna be done heard about the 59-cent two piece, and they're gonna roll up at Miss Popeyes looking for a 59-cent two piece. At which time, Mama behind the register gonna say, "You want what?" Well, baby, you have to go online and get it on the app or on the. I don't have no damn app. I don't even know how to get the app. Well, you need to go to Popeyes.com. I'm in the store. How am I go to Popeyes.com on your phone? I ain't got no time to be going on the phone. Give me the goddamn two piece for 59 cents now. No, I can't do that. And somebody gonna snatch somebody or say the wrong thing. Somebody gonna bust somebody in the head. And baby, it's gonna be gone. It's gonna be on and popping. It's gonna be on and popping, honey. All over a two piece. Now, if they give you this two piece for 59 cents, do you get a biscuit with it? Because you can't give me a two piece without a biscuit. I'm just saying. Like if you giving me a two piece, I got to get the biscuit, or is the biscuit extra? I just want to know. You don't order seafood from little baby. You don't order seafood from Popeyes. You can. You don't order they fish. You don't order they shrimp. You don't order anything seafood from Popeyes. Let's just be real clear. I'm just saying. They got rid of the dirty rice. Wait a minute. Where Popeyes stop selling dirty rice? Wait a minute. I'm just saying. When I didn't know they got rid of the dirty rice. Hey, Amber. When I was thinking, do you think the Chicken Hustlers Network is going to child? Hey, Miss Baythang Boo. Listen, KFC needed to get rid of them goddamn choke wedges. I done damn near choked to death on a goddamn wedge from goddamn KFC. Them damn wedges, because they used to be so big and so thick, and you bite into it, and the potatoes be dry and shit on the inside, and you be over there struggling to swallow that shit. Like it be them potato wedges from KFC was the devil. Let's be clear. Those things were the devil. They were. Now, if they got rid of that shit, they needed to. I didn't know Popeyes got rid of the dirty rice. Wow. Interesting. Child. Oh, the new fries are worse? Child. Remember when Wendy's got them new fries? They was all right for a little bit, but then I was like, I mean, you just don't go to Wendy's for a fried. Now you go to Wendy's for a good smoothie or a good some good chicken nuggets. Has anybody tried the strawberry frosty from Wendy? Is it good? You got no. See, you go to Church's Chicken for a good strawberry. No, not strawberry soda. They're gonna have you a good cherry soda and some good fried okra. That's what I'm going to Church's for. A good cherry soda and some fried okra. That's Church's Chicken if you need it. I'm just saying. But has anybody tried the strawberry Fanta? Not Fanta, strawberry frosty from Wendy's? Because I know they just came out with a strawberry frosty. Child. Speaking of disrespectful shit, did y'all see disrespectful ass Burger King queer baiting with their Pride Month Whoppers with two tops and two bottoms? Me and the crew was talking about that this morning. How they got burgers, they got two bottom buns and two top buns. Oh, Diamond Pearl, you say the strawberry frosty is five? It's five? Okay. Let me find out the strawberry frosty is five. I don't like chocolate. I like a good vanilla frosty. That's what I want. I need more places to have tater. You know, it's a lot of places, a lot of newer spots are having tater tots. So, but yeah, just disrespectful because my cousin Jeray said nobody wants two tops and nobody wants two bottoms. Like, what are you gonna do with that? And that is kind of true. Like, nobody wants two tops and two bottoms. I'm just saying, hey Xavier, boo. Child Xavier, they over here queer baiting, giving us two top buns and two bottom buns on the Whopper from Burger King, trying to profit off us. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying, Xavier. I prefer me a good old vanilla frosty. I'm strawberry quick over strawberry quick or strawberry yoo-hoo. The coconut yoo-hoo was good too. I ain't like the regular chocolate yoo-hoo, but the coconut yoo-hoo was good and the strawberry yoo-hoo was good. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Real good. If it's real extra cold too, woo child. Diamond Pearl, Diamond Pearl Gym, they're queer baiting. They're queer baiting. That's what they're doing. Child. The bottom friendly Postmates menu. No, bitch. Wait. There's a bottom friendly Postmates menu. Girl. Let me look this up. Oh, that's so disrespectful. Girl. Oh, it came right up. I put in Postmates and it came right up. Oh, bitch. Girl, let me read this. Oh, this is so disrespectful. Girl, it says eat with pride. I'm not doing this with y'all. Girl, let me read this for y'all. This is an added story thanks to Xavier. Matter of fact, I owe y'all a palate cleanser before I get to this added story that Xavier just gave to us. Here's our palate cleanser. I had two of this first one because he was giving life to me. Here's our first one. Oh, there's one of him. Ooh. And then he has this photo as well. Getting out the pool. Oh, yeah. There's some things that can be done with that young man. Ooh, let me take a sip. God. Mm. Let me go back to the first one. He likes pools. I see. Because he getting out the pool with that one with the water glistening off his body. Ooh, with the water glistening off his body. Anyway, that was our first palate cleanser of the day. Praise God. Oh, girl. Tens across the board. Tens across the board. So let me read this for y'all that Xavier just gave us. Because this is a mess, Xavier. It says Postmates, the food delivery service providing customers with restaurant prepared meals, has produced a video in time for Pride Month touting its quote bottom friendly menu end quote in select cities. How about a top friendly menu that mixes in a Cialis or Levitra or something like that? Tabitha, that was the first of our palate cleansers. You know, between stories, we have to have palate cleansers to cleanse our palate, to get our mind off of that story and segue into the next story. We might need to see that palate cleanser one more time. Because Tabitha didn't get to see it good, so I got to do it for this for Tabitha. Y'all hate Tabitha. We're going to do him again for her because she didn't get to see him good. There he go. There he go, Tabitha. That's his Instagram name if you need to go follow him. Just saying. I'll leave the Instagram name up there in case you need to just go follow him for scientific and journalistic purposes. Just saying, it's there. Ooh, chat. Anyway, that was for Tabitha, y'all. I didn't want her to feel left out, so I needed to put him back up there. Child. Who was he? He's just somebody I follow on Instagram. That's it. Child. So it says the adorable animated commercial featuring a harness clad eggplant as a top and a jock strap wearing peaches. You know what? Let me find this video. I'm not doing this with y'all. Girl, let me put this video up for y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
What are you eating, Miss Pride? Well, if you're a top, it seems like you can eat whatever you want. But if you're a bottom, you're expected to starve? Not this Pride. Introducing the bottom-friendly menu from Postmates. We teamed up with Dr. Evan Goldstein from Bespoke Surgical to bring you a menu of bottom-friendly foods backed by science. Insoluble fiber won't help you feel cute, so avoid things like whole grains, wheat bran, cauliflower, potatoes, legumes. Hold up, are you just fully diving into those beans? The problem with these foods is they don't dissolve in water, which could cause a traffic jam in your digestive system, making a mess of your evening. Speaking of messy, it's a good idea to avoid dairy.
I cannot handle lactose right now. Look at it.
If you're going to eat something insoluble, give your body about 24 hours to process all of it. Soluble fibers and protein are the key to having some good, clean fun. These all digest easily and slowly while feeding your good gut bacteria, which makes sushi a great bottom-friendly option. There's no right or wrong way to bottom, but if you're planning on getting peachy this Pride, the bottom-friendly menu on Postmates has the kinds of foods that can keep you feeling good.
Eat with pride. A mess. A mess. A sheer and utter fucking mess. A fucking mess. Really, Postmates? Really? Y'all got eggplants and peaches and shit. Girl. Girl. What do y'all want me to do with that? What in the gay hell do y'all want me to do with that? Xavier, you are absolutely right. Some gay twink bottom boy sat in a boardroom and said to the board down to the Postmates, we need to have a bottom friendly menu. And also probably approve that marketing right there, that goddamn commercial. Just a damn mess. Just go ahead, have you a little extension on your goddamn shower and shove it up your hole and fleet on out like the rest of the girls do, or buy you a good bottle of Pure for Men and keep it together and going on with life. Girl, what are we doing? I'm not doing this with y'all. Nope. Like, I'm so bothered by that. I am so bothered by. Oh, God. Hey, it's BD. And with that, y'all, because I'm damn sure it's going to get back. Oh, girl, you know how much grains we eat? Girl, a bitch need a piece of bread. Girl, I just told you with this 59%, 59 cent Popeyes 2-piece, I need a biscuit. Oh, girl. Girl. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we need another palate cleanser. Hey, Joshua. We need another palate cleanser because y'all are doing a bit much. Oh, dear God. Do I have two of him? I think I only had, no, I do have two of him. I only had two of the first two people. Wait. Oh, here's the other one of him. He's serving meat this morning. He's serving meat this afternoon, this morning. I know my West Coast people, it is morning. Let me go back to the first page. He's serving a little meat right there, too. I'm here for it. We're here for it. Listen. What were they teaching? They weren't teaching nothing. They weren't teaching anything. What they were doing, they was working my nerves, Tabitha. That's what the hell they was doing, working my nerves. He do be putting that meat to work, Xavier. I do follow him, God. Let me see what y'all. I done got thrown all the way off. Back to my story. So I saw this story, y'all. Oh, y'all gonna get a kick out of this one, y'all. So now go with me with this story, y'all. Now y'all follow me with this story. If you got something to drink, go ahead and grab your drink because y'all need to walk. We're gonna walk through this. I got some heavy lifting to do over here. So y'all gotta walk with me on this story now. Here's the headline. Here's the headline. Geico ordered to pay a woman $5.2 million who caught an STD from her cheating boyfriend after having sex in his car. I know that was a lot to unpack. Walk with me. So, car insurance giant Geico has been ordered to pay a whopping $5.2 million to a Missouri woman who claimed to have caught a sexually transmitted disease during sex in a car with her ex boyfriend. According to the woman, her ex partner was insured by Geico, and since she contracted the STD while having sex with him in the car, she deserved some compensation from Geico. Girl, I can't with y'all. What do y'all want me to do now? I told y'all I'm gonna have to do some heavy lifting there. Let me keep reading for y'all. Now, this is coming from the New York Post. A Missouri woman claimed she caught a sexually transmitted disease when she had sex with her boyfriend in his vehicle has been awarded $5.2 million, a $5.2 million settlement from her now ex-boyfriend car insurance company. The state court of appeals on Tuesday affirmed the multi-million dollar payout against Geico that had been entered through arbitration after the company claimed errors were made in Jackson County Circuit Court, the Kansas City Star reported. Geico has decided to contest the decision in federal court. arguing that the claim is not covered under the policy. That's when we started covering STDs and STI. Child, girl, let me finish. In February 2021, the woman identified in court papers as MO, as the initials MO, informed Geico of her intention to seek damages after she allegedly contracted HPV, the human papilloma virus, from her then boat in his car. You know, um one of the biggest reasons a lot of women catch HPV when they're having sex with their partner is when the man bang them in the cooch and then bang them in the booty shoot and then go right back from the booty shoot to the cooch. That's why a lot of that's how a lot of women catch HPV that way, because you're not supposed to go straight from booty shoot to booty shoot to cooch. But that's a whole nother. You're actually even supposed to change condoms if you use a condom. But that's a whole nother story. I don't know how we segued into that. But anyway, she caught the HPV. This is a mess. She claimed that he caused her to catch the STD when he knew of his condition and the risks of unprotected sex. An arbitrator later found that the couple's sex in the vehicle, quote, directly caused or directly contributed to cause the HPV infection. Like, really? Now, wait a minute. Before I go even further, how did the car cause them to get the HPV? So, if they have sex in his bedroom, do you sue your home insurance company? Do you sue the bed that y'all had? The mattress company that makes the mattress, because the mattress was involved or directly responsible for you catching whatever it is you call. Like, girl, I'm trying to make it make sense. I told y'all I got heavy lifting to do over here with this. Like, I'm really, and they gave this woman $5.2 million. Was she white? Because y'all know they love the white women put on their white women tears and they give them all kinds of money. Let me keep reading. The woman was awarded the $5.2 million from Geico after the man was found liable for not disclosing his infection, according to the news outlet. The insurer asked for the award to be tossed out, claiming the judgment violated its right to due process, but its request was denied and it appealed. On Tuesday, the three-judge panel found that the lower court did not err by denying Geico's motions, saying the company did not have a right to, quote, relitigate those issues, end quote. One of the judges concurred, but said the company was offered, quote, no meaningful opportunity to participate, end quote, in the lawsuit, and existing law, quote, relegates the insurer to the status of a bystander. This whole case is a mess. Like, is that rain? Is that rain? Oh, that's rain. Oh, that is rain. Baby, it is raining out there. Um, child. Child. And I'm trying to listen, y'all. I'm with Geico on this. If the man had HPV and gave the HPV to the woman, how the hell Geico get in it? Because he decided to blow her back out in the goddamn car. What happens to them trifling ass motherfuckers that ain't even got no insurance? Driving dirty, riding dirty, ain't got nail bit insurance. I'm just saying. No, she's not with him no more. That's her ex-boyfriend, apparently, according to what I read. That's the ex-boyfriend now. So let me get this straight. since we're awarding millions of dollars, now I ain't around here in the business of getting STDs and STIs, but I know a lot of people who are around here in the business of doing all kinds of seedy and salacious things in cars to which they might be apt to catch an STD or an STI. Do they have a claim? Like, can you go and sue the insurance company? I have questions. I have real questions. Like, how is the insurance company liable? How would Geico even know this man had HPV? Like, when you get car insurance, one of the questions, because I don't remember questions on your car insurance, application being, baby, I need a list of all your STDs and STIs. Is that a question on there? Like, do we go through when you get? I don't remember that being a question on the car insurance form. Girl, it's a lot going on. What'd you say, Joshua? I mean, Xavier, get it how you live? Child. Like, how would Geico even know that the man had HPV? And if Geico doesn't know that the man has HPV, how is Geico liable and responsible? So Geico's supposed to say, hey, make sure you don't have skanks and bust downs your girlfriend in the car and having sex. Like, is that going to be a new part of the insurance policy where now they're warning against having sex inside of your car? Like, what is going on here? Wait. So I'm so confused here. What if they weren't? I mean, they couldn't have been driving when they was in this car. So I'm just so confused right now. How is so now Geico, if you're going to get the Geico insurance, you're gonna have to do a whole full physical and everything and a full STI screening, STD and STI screening in order to get the Geicos. I mean, I don't know. Where do we draw the line? Child. Right, Patty. Do you got to have a whole full, medical? Child. You can drive and have sex. I absolutely do know that. My Twitter timeline says the same thing, Xavier. But what I'm saying is, how is this Geico's fault that you call it STD or STI? I mean, if she got pregnant, does Geico owe part of the child support if she gets pregnant? Child, child. What do y'all want me to do with this? It's harmful to your pocket. Shoot. All the medical bills, that is harmful to your pocket, honey. I don't, where do we draw the line? Where is the line? I mean, if you drive to Popeyes and get too many of these 59-cent two pieces and it causes you to get fat and overweight and get diabetes, and now you become, obese and, have all kinds of medical issues. Do you sue Geico because you drove to the Popeyes in your car and now it's Geico's fault by insurance this car? I mean, the company that made the car Didn't want no parts of this. Because if you suing Geico, are you suing Toyota or Hyundai or Honda, whoever made whatever car, BMW, Mercedes? They ain't got no parts of this lawsuit. I'm just saying, where is the line? Where's the line? A mess. A mess. A whole goddamn mess. I don't know what y'all want me to do with that. And with that, it's time for another palate cleanser. Where's my next palate cleanser? Because I can't. I can't with y'all. That's too much. It's too much. It is too much. Oh, child. Oh, God. I feel, oh, God. We don't got much longer before we get to our sugar spike segment. We got one more story before we start with the sugar spikes. Dear God. There are palate cleansers cleansing the palate. Ciao. Listen. I tried to let be y'all birds. I tried to look out for y'all with these palate cleansers today. Let me get to this next. So you girls out here, listen. I gotta fault both sides on this story. So I'm sure y'all are up to speed. I'm scared to mention this story because just mentioning this story might get my whole channel shut down, might get this whole live stopped and shut down. But I'm gonna go down this road anyway and see how far I can get. So Saucy Santana is in the news, getting drugged all up and down the internet streets because he called Blue Ivy nappy headed and Beyonce dry. If the little girl got nappy hair, she got nappy hair. Y'all know any little slight on Beyond Skank, and you girls get all y'all panties in a bunch. I don't be understanding. Now at the same time, Saucy, you got to know that the Beehive, the Beehive is undefeated. They lost their minds earlier this week when Beyonce snatched her avatar picture, whatever profile picture off of social media. They damn near lost their minds because in the the church of Beyonce, the church that is Beyonce, girl. See, I know Xavier is a member of the Beehive, so Xavier is coming to defend his goddess. So here's the story. It says Saucy Santana should be celebrating the release of his new single Booty today, but instead he's having to answer for old tweets he made about Beyond Skank and Blue Ivy. While Booty samples the same horns that were sampled in Beyonce's Crazy in Love, at one point he had some not so nice things. He had some not so nice things to say about Beyonce and her daughter. In one newly resurfaced tweet, Santana referenced somebody who said they wanted to be Blue Ivy. He replied, nappy headed or, and then eyeballs emoji. Another person compared Blue to Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's daughter, Northwest, stating that North was prettier. To which Saucy Santana replied, just said that yesterday. In another tweet, this time about Beyonce's pregnancy glow, Santana said that instead of glowing, B, quote, looks dry to me, end quote. And it goes on and on and on. Twitter, Saucy Santana took to Twitter, hey, Belize, called out, quote, fake woke ass bitches, end quote, for trying to cancel him. He says when he made those tweets, he was, quote, miserable and broke making childish tweets in 2014. The tweets came out in 2014. Listen, who I know they have teams of people that work in a department in the Beehive. Okay, they have a whole section in or wing in the Beehive where they do nothing but sit and go and comb Al Gore's good internet from years and years ago to find any slight on Beyonce so they can go and attack. Let's just be clear, okay? Baby, listen. Hey Volvo, what's going on, Cookie? Listen, I just what this was in 2014. Baby, if y'all ain't where was this energy in 2014, members of the Beehive? Why are we here? So y'all went and dug up some old stuff. Listen, it reminds me of some of the stuff of this happens to everybody. Not Monique Body though. I'm not doing this. Oh my God, I can't do this with you all. I try to be serious here, and you people cannot let me be serious. Oh dear God. I think the people are more mad about what he said about Beyonce than they are about what he said about Blue Ivy. Let's just be very clear. They are upset about what he said about their queen. They're going to attach the Blue Ivy part to it. But when I looked at these good tweets, they was mad about what most of them, the people was dragging him for coming at Beyond Skank. And then on the tail end of it, then they'll say, and Blue Ivy too. Y'all ain't that mad about what he said about Blue Ivy. The Beehive is only here for Beyonce. Let's be clear. I'm I'm glad my Twitter got deleted 2 years ago. I got a child. The stuff on Al Gore's good internet never goes away. Hey, Pinky Tiki. Child, this is Silly Saturday. Y'all can listen. I tell people if you are in the bushes watching this or watching the replay, please, I have to keep saying this every week. I am the sideshow. These people over here are the actual show. The comment section, the chat right here, that's the show. I'm just the ringmaster here, but there's a whole three ring circus going on over here. And I'm just the ringmaster, just trying to, orchestrate all of this. That's the real show. I'm the sideshow. That's it. That's where you need to be. It's the chat for me. Always the chat. See what I'm saying? There go Joshua, the Beehive member. They ready. Guns a blazing. They're always here for you. Y'all know I don't like no parts of Beyonce, so it's nothing that I don't feel no type of way. I really don't. If y'all was just that hell bent on coming at Saucy Santana, y'all could hell, y'all could have did this when Saucy Santana first started to get fame and notoriety. I mean, Saucy Santana done been out for a while, and these tweets go all the way back to 2014. Why now? Like, girl, make it make sense. Y'all just want something to be mad about because Beyonce ain't had a good album in like 15 years. I said it. Hey, Quintessential. Y'all just always looking for something to be mad about because Beyonce ain't had a good album in 15 years. Not falling down 309 concert steps. She did take a tumble. Maybe she did fall. Saucy Santana, let's be clear. Saucy Santana gets on my last good nerve, too. That's a whole nother story, honey. Um, and with that, y'all, I have to give you a palate cleanser. Another palate cleanser. Why? Because that it's that time. Here's our next palate cleanser. Now I follow him, and it's something about him that really wets my whistle. Like he gives me that he's the quiet type, and I love the quiet type. That you could just sit there and look pretty. Yes. Yeah, he gives me what I need. Here's our next one. Y'all see down there in the shower at Planet Fitness, probably going to either get his back blown out or blow some other dude's back out. Child. Y'all know how they get down in the Planet Fitness and LA Fitness, honey. They don't fuck off. Maybe they do not fuck off. Them girls be getting it in, honey. They gets it in. Do you hear me? In. Anyway, child. Um, I can't even read what y'all be, but y'all be doing too much in the comment section. I can't. Y'all have a whole show. There's the show that I'm doing, then there's the show that you all are doing. Here, it's time. It's that time. Go ahead and get you something to snack on. We have come to our well-loved sugar spike segments. Sugar spike, 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 sugar spike. And ladies and gentlemen, we are here now at that moment in our program where if you have something sweet to eat, it is time for you to gather yourself and take whatever you need to take to regulate said sugar levels. I'm gonna start off. It's Pride Month, so I'm starting right down in the We're gonna dive right on in since it's Pride Month, because y'all with the fuck shit down to the Dallas. Once again, Dallas, Texas, down in the state, governed by Governor Hot Wheels and their level brand of fuckery and fuck shit. So, a black trans woman was covered with a spit hood and died in Dallas police custody while she was they had the spit hood on top of her and she died in police custody. Let me preface before I read this article, it was hard for me to read this article because they constantly in the article give the our trans sister's dead name, and they never give her name. They always give her dead name. And it kind of bothered me that in the whole of this article, they continued to give her dead name and not the name that her name. They didn't want to use her name that she had, and so they would continue to use her dead name. So I'm going to apologize um, for that up front. Okay. Um, this article says Pride Month isn't just a celebration; it is also a chance to bring awareness to issues the LGBTQ plus community faces. One of the most prominent issues is the killing of trans women of color. Um, I'm not gonna use the dead name. I'm just gonna say a trans woman. But I feel like there may be some of you all that may want to go and look the story up and do more research on it. And I do, because I do have some people watching the bushes and some other content creators that may hear the story here and want to go do more research. So I'll mention the dead name once and then I won't mention it anymore. So I'm going to preface by saying that. The LaDamon Dwayne Hall. That first name is spelled LaDamon. Dwayne Hall, 47, died May 26th while in custody of Dallas police. According to CBS News, her death is now under investigation. Deputy Chief Terrence Rhodes from the Dallas Police Department Criminal Investigations Bureau said police received a 911 call responding to a disturbance. Rhodes said Hall was under the influence of drugs or alcohol and clearly agitated. Per body cam footage of the incident, officers asked if they could take her to the hospital for a mental evaluation. Frantic, she began yelling at the officers and tried to strip her clothes, which led to them pushing her to the ground to handcuff her. They placed a spit hood on her as she they place a spit hood on her as she's loaded in an ambulance, with the officers outside appearing to laugh and joke about the situation. Hall continues to scream inside the ambulance as a paramedic, an officer tried to calm her down. Calm down. This is a quote. Calm down before we get to the hospital so they don't have to tie you back up like that, the officer says. Try to breathe, okay? At 1:34 p.m., the paramedic and officer noticed that Hall had fallen silent. And this is where it gets real disrespectful. Quote, "Sir, can you talk to me?" End quote, the officer asks, addressing her as a man. Seeing that she's unresponsive, they remove the spit hood and the paramedic starts performing chest compressions as they arrive at Baylor University Medical Center. Hall was pronounced dead at 2:05 p.m. and her death wasn't reported until 13 days later, per CBS's report. The delay was due to the Dallas Police Special Investigation Unit opening an investigation into Hall's death, per police spokeswoman Kristen Lohman. The department met with her family to review the body camera footage. The Dallas medical examiner conducted an autopsy, but results are still pending, along with the toxicology screening. The Human Rights Campaign reported 14 transgender individuals have been killed this year. These are only the people whose deaths were accurately reported, and most of them were Black or Latinx. And that is the story. Hey, Cams, this is a mess. This is a whole mess. It's the disrespect of this woman by calling her sir and everything. Um, the fact that they were heard outside joking about the situation and so forth, the fact that immediately um there's so many things that's going wrong in this. I would venture to tell you more is going to come out because normally before the story comes out they try to clean it up and get the story. We saw Hell, look at what's going on over in Uvalde. We'll get there later. And how we keep finding out more and more things about what went wrong there. This is the same state of Texas where their police and law enforcement have a history of never giving you the real story, never giving you the true story. See Sandra Bland. You never get the real story out of these people. They never are going to tell you anything that puts them in a negative light. They'll always fabricate, they'll always give you fallacies and all types of lies in order to justify their fuck shit. So I would venture to tell you that there's a larger part of this story. Now, the body cam footage hasn't been made available yet. Oh, the footage is up. Okay. See, I was looking for the body cam footage and I hadn't found it yet. I hadn't found it yet. I was actually looking for the body cam footage and I hadn't found it yet. But you're saying the body cam footage is up now. Okay. Um, oh, okay. I see it now. But it's like a 38-minute video. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the body cam footage myself. I'm gonna have to go back. But they waited a whole 13 days. Exactly, Diamond Pearl Gem. Thank you, Belize. I got it. I found it. I went and looked real fast. I found it. So this is a mess. This is a mess. A complete and utter mess. We are going to. I'm actually going to go when I get off here and watch the body cam video footage so I can see what's going on. But I'm telling you, it's a mess. I can already foresee that more and more is going to come to light with this story. So I'm going to stay up on this story so I can bring more of this to you all. But this is the great state of Texas. And even if it is found that nefarious things happened during all of this that we weren't made aware of, this is Texas. They are not going to do anything to law enforcement at all. At all. A mess. Let me get a quick palate cleanser as I'm quickly getting triggered. Lord, there's a quick palate cleanser. That's for me. That's not for y'all. That's just for me. That's just a quick one for me, dear God. That ain't for y'all. That's for me now. That's for me. Not for y'all. That one right there is for me. Hold on. Life is good. Hold on. Um, so my members of the mod squad would have already seen this story, but I need to bring it to the greater, to the masses. That last paddle, because that wasn't for y'all. That was for me. That was for me. That wasn't for y'all. It's clearly for me. What I need in my life now. Yeah, those spit hoods are very dangerous. Hey Tracy, boo, where you been? Just popping out of the bushes like that. You and Cam's popping up in here late. Child, I'll be looking for y'all. Governor Ron DeSantis, death sentence. Ways ordering child protective services to investigate parents who take kids to drag shows. Happy Pride Month. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis suggested Wednesday that he might urge the state's child protective services to investigate parents who take their children to drag shows. When asked by reporters whether he would support proposed legislation from a Florida state representative that will punish parents who take their children to such performances, the governor said he had asked his staff to look into the idea. Quote, we have child protective statutes on the books. We have laws against child endangerment. End quote. He goes on to say, it used to be kids would be off limits. Used to be everybody agreed with that. Now it just seems like there's a concerted effort to be exposing kids more and more to things that are not age appropriate. End quote. The debate over whether minors should be allowed to watch drag performances began Saturday after videos showing young children attending a Dallas drag show and tipping performers with cash emerged on social media. The event titled Drag the Kid Drag the Kids to Pride Drag Show, which was held at a gay bar, Mr. was advertised as a family friendly spinoff of the bar's Champagne Drag Brunch. Um, Conservative pundits and lawmakers were not convinced. In particular, critics, including DeSantis, have pointed to an illuminated sign on the bar's wall that says it's not gonna lick itself. That is totally inappropriate. That is not something children should be exposed to. DeSantis said Wednesday of the video, quote, and so we may have the ability to deal with something like that if something like that happens, end quote. Representatives for Mr. Nightclub could not be reached for comment. DeSantis's comments followed those of Republican firebrands Lauren Boebert of Colorado and Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia, who also argued that all drag shows should be illegal for minors. Fox News host Tucker Carlson also called the footage grotesque and accused parents and performers of sexualizing children. Podcast host Allie Beth Stuckey, who has over 357,000 Twitter followers, suggested that parents, performers, and bar owners, quote, should be charged with sexual abuse of children. And Republican state representatives in Texas and Florida went as far as announcing plans to propose legislation which will prevent children from attending the events. I quote, I will be proposing legislation to charge with a felony and terminate the parental rights of any adult who brings a child to these perverted sex shows aimed at Florida kids. Florida Representative Anthony Sabatini tweeted, when will the sexualization of children stop? End quote. Let me read that part again for y'all, because the people in the back might not have heard that part. Here's what Florida Representative Anthony Sabatini said, quote, I will be proposing legislation to charge with a felony and terminate the parental rights of any adult who brings a child to these perverted sex shows aimed at Florida kids. Several celebrity drag queens pushed back, slamming the Texas and Florida proposed measures and arguing the lawmakers were aiming to distract the public's attention away from a lack of new gun laws. Quote, my thoughts: one, our God is a God of love. Two, parents are a child's first and most important teacher role model. Three, drag is an art form which is subjective. Four, you, sir, have tweeted more about drag than the loss at Uvalde. Is this truly about children or politics? Hashtag priorities. And that was from Alyssa Edwards from RuPaul's Drag Race. Some opponents also argue that drag shows are, quote, supportive environments for LGBTQ plus youth to express themselves. Florida Representative Carlos Smith, a gay Democrat who had previously been critical of Ron DeSantis, measures concerning LGBTQ Floridians pounced at um, DeSantis' words Wednesday, sharing that he and his husband had hired a drag queen to perform in front of children at their wedding. Quote, why doesn't tough guy DeSantis come arrest us? End quote. Smith tweeted, we'll be waiting. Our drag queens ain't going nowhere. Happy Pride. Child. The people are here for it. DeSantis' remark come amid a recent surge of in charged rhetoric surrounding how and whether children should learn about LGBTQ issues. and it goes on and on and on about going. Listen, there's so much to unpack here. I told y'all this was Sugar Spike segment. Hold on. Y'all got me doing heavy lifting today. We're finna do some heavy lifting today. First of all, I keep telling y'all can go back 2 years when they started down this rabbit hole of doing all of these things in Texas. I remember vividly. I told y'all 2 years ago, if they're doing this to black people, when they start down this rabbit hole with the CRTs and stuff like that, everything's on the table. LGBTQ rights, women's rights, any marginalized or minority groups' rights is all on the table. They get rid of all of it. I told y'all that years ago. Now let's be clear. You had the show in question was a show in Dallas where they opened it up during the day. Y'all know most gay clubs don't even open during the day like that. But this particular bar has drag brunch, which is usually not, they don't allow kids in for the drag brunch. But for this particular one, it was Pride Month. They wanted to have it kid friendly. And so they brought in kids for, it was a family friendly affair. It was during the day. They had the drag queens. They came out and they performed. And I saw some videos from it. It was nothing sexual. These people are losing their minds because there's a neon sign on the wall that says it ain't going to lick itself. And now to them, that is the most perverse thing in the world. And now let them tell it. You got people having all out, full on sex in the middle of the goddamn club, showing it to kids. This man is saying that he wants to have people convicted of charged with felonies and have kids snatched out of the homes because they went to a drag show. In the great state of Florida, you do realize if I want to, I can take my child right up the street to Hollover Beach, which is a nude beach. And there's no sign or anything saying that children are not allowed past this point. Mind you, the nude beach is right next to the regular beach. There ain't no fencing, no nothing. It's just a quick sign, clothing optional past this point. That's it. I've seen people over there having full on sex over there. Men and women, the heteros, the breeders. But ain't nobody talking about that. Ain't nobody trying to stop it either. And I ain't trying to stop it either. But what I'm saying is, like Alyssa Edwards said, y'all done tweeted more about what done happened at this drag show than y'all did about the children who died. So what next? Um, I just don't understand. Actually, I do understand. It's an all-out assault that's being cloaked under the guise of protecting the children. I want some of these log cabin Republicans to really think about what they got going on here and the people who they're supporting. Because there was a contingency, if you look at the statistics, there was a contingency of the white gays that went over there and said, oh, we're going to vote for some of these yahoos over there on the right because they felt like their white supremacy overshadowed their orientation. And now we have the full on assault. Let's be clear. A child going to a family oriented, kid friendly drag show, how the hell is that sexualizing children? Where is the sex involved? I just want to know, how is sex involved? In nothing about a drag show is, and nobody's having sex in a drag show. This is what y'all got going on. This is a complete and utter distraction because they want to distract from the fact that they're not doing anything. Where's the left on this? Because we've seen this assault for over a year now on LGBTQ plus youth. We had shots out to Really B. I do want, while I'm doing this, a quick sidebar. Really B, I was privileged to go on a panel with Really B, and she's the sponsor of GSA. You don't know what GSA is? That's the Gay Straight Alliance. But she's one of the sponsors for the GSA at her school, at the high school she teaches at. And I was on a panel with her, myself. Mother was on there. Spinnerboy TV was on there. Hershey the Core was on there. Chet was on there, and we were, and there was others on there. It was just a group of um, LGBTQ plus individuals that were speaking to these young to these students, these high school students, and it was a beautiful time, a beautiful conversation. They were able to ask us questions, and we were able to just help them navigate through some of their questions. You know, still being young, and helping to affirm them and let them feel empowered and proud to be who they were. Like, it was very empowering. It kind of choked me up a little bit because I always say I wish I had had that, something of like that when I was in school. It was a beautiful time. But I said that because there is this ongoing attack on LGBTQ plus youth, and for all of the strides and steps that the Rainbow Coalition thinks that they have made over the last couple decades. Y'all see where this is going, right? Now, you got mad over a neon sign hanging on the wall that said it ain't gonna lick itself, right? But you don't get mad with advertising that has women, that I've seen women butt ass naked on advertisement in the mall. I've seen it. I've seen marketing and advertising that is overly sexually suggestive. I've even seen things where it looks like women are uh filleting something. Nobody bats an eye. Nobody's saying protect the children there. But a neon sign that it didn't have a penis on there or anything. It just had the words, it ain't gonna lick itself. And now that has made the whole drag show sexualizing children. A mess. But this is where we are. A whole ass mess. Where's my phone? I need a palate cleanser. I need a palate cleanser. I need a palate cleanser. I need one. There we go. Get to my next story. That young man gives me gas. Let me get to this story. Oh, here's another one. That's for my people like Abby who like them thick. That right there is for you, Abby. If you still in the bushes, that right there is for Abby. I figured Abby might like this one. I feel like Abby might like that one. That's for you, Abby. So, Fred J, you had to come out the bushes for that. You know what, Fred J? Y'all don't have Fred J come out the bushes. Mm. Oh boy. Roll Hot Wheel, Governor Hot Wheels out the back door too, child. 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 Washington Commanders, if you don't know what the Washington Commanders, that's the NFL football team that used to be named a racist name, and now they've changed their names to then they became the Washington football team, and now they are the Washington Commanders. I've had some. Don't worry, I'll go back to them. Cabs, you've been missing out. You rolled up in here late. Don't be mad at me that you rolled up in. I have to have an assortment, an eclectic mix. I mean, as much as eclectic as you can get by the fact that I'm gonna have all black people because I ain't doing the people descended from the Caucasus Mountains. That's a whole nother story. Did you miss this one that I put up for myself, the slim one? I just put him up just a moment ago. I just want to see him again, y'all. I'm sorry. Ooh, that one right there is for me, not for y'all, for me. Anyway, um, so Washington Commanders defensive coordinator Jack Del Rio is fined $100,000 for Capitol riot dust up comments, and the NAACP is now calling for his resignation or firing. So, Derek Johnson, the president of the NAACP, called for the resignation or firing of Washington Commanders defensive coordinator Jack Del Rio for his comments about the January 6th attack on the United States Capitol. Quote, it's time for Jack Del Rio to resign or be terminated. His comments could not have been more offensive and ignorant. The January 6th insurrection and attempted coup was far from a dust up. Each day we learn more and more on just how close our democracy came to an autocracy. Downplaying the insurrection by comparing it to nationwide protests, which were in response to a public lynching, is twisted. You can't coach a majority black team while turning your back on the black community. It's time for you to pack up and step off the field. End quote. And that was from NAACP President Derek Johnson. Now, Jack Del Rio has come back and apologized for his comments, which were in response to a question about a tweet where he asked for the quote, whole story about protests during the summer of 2020. Now, his tweets stemmed from not talking about the insurrection. His tweets came because he had a problem with the protests that were happening after George Floyd and Breonna Taylor were killed, murdered, I should say. And so he somehow find a way to sink that into the terrorist attack on January 6th. He said, the article goes on to say those protests, some of which were attended by NFL players, were in response to the murders of George Floyd and the deaths of other black people at the hands of law enforcement. Here's what Jack Del Rio tweeted. People's livelihoods are being destroyed, businesses are being burned down, no problem. And then we have a dust up at the Capitol, nothing burned, and we're going to make that a major deal. That was his tweet. So he said that because y'all was burning building and people were losing their job, that that was worse than the fact that you had white people trying to overthrow the government, threatening to kill the vice president of the United States. They have built gallows on the lawn of the Capitol, killed a Capitol police officer that day. Four more Capitol police officers subsequently committed suicide. You had people maimed. You had people injured. You had all kinds of stuff. And a complete overthrow of democracy. And you got a problem with people peacefully protesting. Mind you, said protests are protected in the Constitution, the same Constitution that those people, those terrorists on January 6th didn't give a shit about. That's Jack Del Rio if you need him. He then tried to clean it up. Quote, referencing that situation as a dust up was irresponsible and negligent, and I am sorry. I stand by my comments condemning violence in communities across the country. I say that while also expressing my support as an American citizen for peaceful protests in our country. I have fully supported all peaceful protests in America. I love, respect, and support all my fellow coaches, players, and staff that I work with and respect their views and opinions. End quote. That was the apology from Jack Del Rio. Save it, honey. Save it, honey. We don't care. We don't care. Of course, the NFL modern day plantation has nowhere. They're very indifferent. They ain't gonna come out and see a goddamn thing because that's the plantation. Nothing coming out of the NFL offices. Nothing. Nothing. Now the Washington Commanders, they've had the subsequent. They subsequently has because they knew they had a problem because this is getting traction, and so they have um fined him $100,000. Child, y'all might as well go ahead and relieve him of his duties. Go ahead now. It's too late now. Right, Xavier. How dare you burn down the Target and the Walmart? You ain't burning down our Target and Walmart. Listen, it's death and damnation if you touch the Walmart or the Target. But baby, or overthrowing the whole government, oh, that's okay. Threatening to kill the vice president and building gallows with which to kill him, nothing wrong with nothing to see here. Law enforcement, who you claim you care so much about, who blue lives always matter. Their lives clearly didn't matter when you were ready to overthrow the government. Nothing to see here. This is what we got going on. A mess. A mess. I mean, the reach that these people have to go through to justify their level brand of fuckery and fuck shit is unimaginable. Just unimaginable. But this is what y'all got going on. I try to avoid these things, but the sugar spike segment always takes us there. It's time for another palate cleanser. Where am I? Oh, I'm almost out of palate cleansers, y'all. I'm almost out. Let me still. This one's for me too. This one's for me, y'all. Y'all, that I gotta have some just for me. Not for y'all, just for me while I pull up my next story. I think I only have two more stories left. Yep. Ooh, that one's for me. Hey, boo. Hey, boo. Hey, boo. So, ain't it though, Cams? Yeah. Child. I just want to eat off his abs. Can I eat off his abs and lick the plate? I mean, use his abs as a plate and then lick the plate clean. I'm just saying. In other news that happened this week, the FBI has arrested Republican candidate for Michigan governor for his involvement in the Capitol riot or the terrorist attack to which we were just speaking. Because y'all have whole ass people that are winning primaries and is on the ticket to become governors of a state in these yet to be United States of America when they just left from trying to overthrow the government just a year and a half ago. A mess. GOP gubernatorial candidate Ryan Kelly was arrested Thursday morning on misdemeanor charges related to his involvement. Mind you, this is a whole misdemeanor. But had it been Black Lives Matter protests, it would have been a whole ass felony, and you would have lost all your rights to votes and all of that stuff. But because it's an insurrection and because it's a terrorist attack on this country by white people, it could just be a misdemeanor. But that's a whole nother story or a whole nother, that's a whole politics of it all segment to its own. Anyway, GOP Michigan gubernatorial candidate Ryan Kelly was arrested Thursday morning on misdemeanor charges related to his involvement in the Capitol riot on January 6, 2021, according to the Justice Department. As more details begin to surface about who exactly took place in the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol last year, several more people are officially being held accountable. The latest is Ryan Kelly, a Republican candidate for governor in Michigan, who was arrested June 9th as a result of his connection and participation in the riot. Kelly has been charged with knowingly entering or remaining in a restricted building or grounds without lawful authority, disorderly and disruptive conduct in a restricted building or grounds, knowingly engaging in an act of physical violence against person or property in a restricted building or grounds, and willfully injuring or committing any depredation against a property of the United States. After the execution of a search warrant on his home in Allendale, Michigan, Kelly was arrested and charged with a misdemeanor, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Columbia. In a statement, a spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Columbia said Kelly was set to make an initial court appearance later on Thursday. Kelly had initially downplayed his involvement in the events that occurred at the Capitol. However, analysis of multiple videos show Kelly on the steps outside of the building rallying the crowd. Last summer, the Michigan Democratic Party promoted a video of Kelly at the time saying, "Come on, let's go. That's it. This is war, baby." As far as going through a bear here's what Ryan Kelly had to say about all of his stuff. He said, quote, "As far as going through any barricades or doing anything like that, I never took part in any forceful anything. Once things started getting crazy, I left." He said that on a live last March. Kelly is among many Michigan GOP members challenging Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer in the fall's midterm election. Five potential candidates were previously disqualified for submitting too many fraudulent signatures. That's what y'all got going on in the great state of Michigan. Now they got Mama Girl on video busting through the barricades, going running up there on the steps, getting the crowd to do chants and stuff with them, and getting them riled up to go saying this is war, this is war, getting these people all amped up and hyped up so that they can go run into the goddamn Capitol building and all try to overthrow the government. But he had nothing to do with it. He wasn't involved. He could potentially be governor of a swing state in the state of Michigan. I'm just saying. Mind you, Michigan is also the state where there was nefarious members of subversive groups, right-wing groups that, if you remember, they were fraudulently taking paperwork and documentations up there to try to steal the election and try to get votes nullified. Mhm. Involved in all of that. This is the same state of Michigan where we had people that tried to kidnap and kill the sitting governor. This is the same state of Michigan where there are no laws against groups and militias rolling up to the capital of the great state of Michigan and guns ablazing, guns in hand, ready to overthrow that Capitol building. That same state of Michigan. But let them tell it. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. And but y'all think that this is gonna go well in the midterm election? I keep telling y'all it's about to be a fucking bloodbath. Y'all ain't listening. Anyway, no, no, no. It's not just them being an open carry state, specifically in the state of Michigan. Um, hey, on site, is that you on site, April? On site, April, you know I am home in Miami right now. On site, April, if that's you, I'm just saying. Um, just so you know, I am home in Miami right now. Maybe I'm going to go get me some conch salad a little later, honey. I am home. I'll be in the city later. Anyway, sham. But what I was saying, Jason, is they there are certain rules that most states have about their Capitol building, the governor's mansion, and different things like that to kind of protect and fortify the Capitol building and governor's mansion. There's no law on the Michigan books against mobs, militias, or anything of the sort rolling up on the governor, either the governor's mansion and or the state capitol to do whatever they want to do. And there's been a big problem with that in Michigan. Just a mess. Palate cleanser. We got one more story. Palate cleanser. Uh, Here you go. There's a palate cleanser. Here's one. Yeah, I'm home in Miami. On site, I am home here in Miami, girl. I'm gonna go get me some conch salad a little later. I'll be right there. All right. Last story. Uvalde school police chief defends response to shooting, claims he quote never considered himself in charge. A mess. This is a real mess. Pete Arredondo. I might go to Conk Heaven over across from Miami Dade over there on 27th Avenue and across from Miami Dade. I might go get some from there. They have some real good conch salad there and some good dressed conch there. That's what I'm thinking about getting it from. Ciao. Anyway, so Pete Arredondo, the police chief of the Uvalde School District, is continuing to defend his inefficiency and complete failure. Um, where's Sundays at? They have good conch salad there. Where's it at? Is that the Trick Restaurant over there on 27th Avenue? It's his restaurant on 27th Avenue going toward County Line. Yeah, that's where it's at. Because I've been there. I have been there. It's going toward County Line. Um, In comments provided to the Texas Tribune published Thursday, Arredondo alleged he, quote, never considered himself the scene's incident commander. He also pointed to an access issue when it came to opening a door to a locked classroom, saying he tried, quote, dozens of different keys. Arredondo claimed to the Tribune that he and his team, quote, responded to the information that we had, end quote, and adjusted their method of response as the situation progressed. Right, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what that's Trick Restaurant. I've been there before. Now, when Jay Wilson comes next month, take him by there. Take him by there when he come next month. Um, Quote, our objective was to save as many lives as we could, and the extraction of the students from the classroom by all that were involved saved over 500 of our Uvalde students and teachers before we gained access to the shooter and eliminated the threat, said Arredondo, who was not in contact with a number of agencies due to having intentionally left his radios outside the school. Meanwhile, New York Times report also shared on Thursday adds greater context to the widely criticized police response. Among the slew of newly reported details that have contributed to the sustained criticism are Times reviewed documents showing responding officers, quote, waited for protective equipment, end quote, as the scene to at the scene to minimize the potential risk against them. The list of reported failings surrounding the shooting, including the fact that the 18-year-old gunman was able to maintain control of the situation for an extended period of time, despite the presence of numerous armed officers, is likely to continue to grow in the weeks and months ahead. Speaking to police in the report, Speaking on the police response in a recent interview with ABC News, Arnolfo Reyes, a fourth grade teacher at Robb Elementary, said he would, quote, never forgive, end quote, law enforcement. After everything, I get more angry because you have a bulletproof vest. I have nothing. You're supposed to protect and serve, said Reyes, who who all who said all 11 students in his classroom were killed. Wow. What is the difference between a right to carry license and a gun license? A gun license gives you the right to carry to have a gun. Right to carry means that you can have it out and about. It doesn't have to be concealed. Um, Florida is not a right to carry state. And right to carry states, they can have their guns out and about. They can flaunt it, show it, brandish it, and all. Whereas in states where you can just have a gun license, you can have it, but it has to be concealed, and you can only pull it out if and when you are prepared to utilize it. Anyway, it goes on to talk about how I listen. I don't want to spike out on the police chief in Uvalde because, as we can see, there's gross negligence here. Gross negligence. The fact that he still has his job is beyond my level of comprehension. The fact that he is still the police chief of Uvalde schools is beyond my complete level of comprehension. A travesty of government. Well, who am I? Anyway, so that's all my stories. Let me give y'all two more palate cleansers before we get out of here. Two more palate cleansers. Palate cleanser. Ooh, I like that one. That's a good palate cleanser. Ooh, it's the eyes. He trying to give you those sexy bedroom eyes. I'm here for it. I follow him too. He be having some good pictures, baby. Woo, chat. He be having some nice pictures on his Instagram. And this is our last palette cleanser of the day. Our last one of the day. I want to go back to the first one. Remember the first one? It was so good. It was so good. I'm making an executive decision. I'm going to go back to the first one. Remember him? Remember him? Remember he? Child, with the water glistening off his body. Ooh, child. Just go in between the two. Anyway, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Okay, we here. Child. 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 I haven't seen any of the funerals. I know they've had some, but I haven't seen any of them. But they have started. I think they started last week. Having the funerals. I don't know if they completed all of them. I do know that the local funeral home was having such a hard time because it's a small funeral home and they weren't able to accommodate everything. And I do know that all of the expenses for those funerals were taken care of by several organizations. You normally don't like executive orders, but you can get down with that. Okay. Listen, y'all. Yeah, I know they had some last week, but I don't know if they finished all of them. Um, it was a great silly Saturday today, y'all. But I'm about to go run these Miami streets. I'm home in Miami. We got to go run the streets, honey, and make it happen. We got to run these good streets. Listen, if y'all want to contribute to all those who want to contribute to me running the streets, I did some heavy lifting today. Y'all welcome to hit up the cash app. It is here. It is here. Child. Y'all had me doing heavy lifting today. I had to, I listen, folks. We do the heavy lifting. We bring you some good palate cleansers. We give you a good laugh, and we'll call it a day. Child, don't hold too hard. Don't do me, cams. Don't do me. Well, you can do me, cams. You absolutely can do me, cams. You can. Sean knows around the building. Sean knows all across the building, y'all. Y'all know we have fun over here. Listen, y'all. It's time. We got to get up out of here, as I always say. Can I get some shout in the chat though before we get out of here? I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged. They're much appreciated. We do this for y'all. We want to have a good time. And I told you I will be back, and I'm here. I missed Silly Saturday last week because I was out of town, but was not gonna miss it again this week. I can't make no promises next week because I'm gonna be out of town again. But anyway, but we are here for it. With that being said, if there's nothing else, you know how we say at church, all hearts and minds clear, all hearts and minds clear. All right, that's all I got for y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. We out.